Gangsta Greed, hope you're sorry. This is your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this is motherfucking Drink Chats Podcast. Make some noise! Now, 100%, when me and my partner to the left of me, DJ EFN, we started this podcast, we wanted to say that we wanted to salute the legends. Yep. There's so many people that after you have 10 years, you have, 15 years, 20 years in this game, people want to ride you off and people want to tell you, you're old and all that. But that's not what we do here. Yep. What we do here is we want to respect our legends. We want to let these people know. We want to give them their flowers where they can smell them, their trees where they can hell them, their thoughts where they can think them, and their drinks where they can drink them. And today, we have people who I felt like they literally raised me from being from Queens. I'm being from down the block from where they from, Elmhurst, being from Left Rack City. I'm just so honored. I went and I watched House Party again, just went and just did, because I wanted to do the research, and I forgot how much of a fan. Like, I'm starstruck right now, to tell you the truth. And so I would like to welcome to the building Kid and motherfucking Play. Here's the craziest thing about y'all story. Salute, by the way. Here's the craziest thing about y'all story is, Play, you were the wild guy back then.
Go ahead.
That's what they say. They say you was looked up the Fat Cat, Pappy Mason, like...
those were my heroes, man. I was a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the kind of heroes a lot of cats have today. There was no rap stars. And from my upbringing, my father being out there, and the black exploitation films and all of that, I thought that's all it was for us, So that when we seeing these ghetto celebrity stars,
shit like
you know what I'm saying, the Benzes and the BMWs and all that good stuff, I thought that's all it was for me. Because when cats was in the school, the firemen and the president of the bank coming talking about how to be successful, I didn't know nothing about what the heck they were talking about. Talking to me about roaches in the house.
Shouting in the sheepskin.
Talking to me about no heat in the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing the Mark IV, Continental Mark IVs and all of that. So I was stupid, man. To God be the glory.
Well, we here, baby.
I dragged him out the he was doing bad, man.
So Kid, because I know I follow what you do, and I know you got a close relationship with Bill Moore.
Yes, I do.
Bill Moore, who is a person I idolize.
HBO Bill Moore, right?
HBO Bill Moore. I don't know if I say the name right.
Politically incorrect Bill Moore.
So Bill Moore recently...
He on probation right now.
Yeah, I was about to ask. He on black probation.
For what he said. I told him, I said, you say nigga one more time, I ain't gonna be able to save you. You get one fucking mulligan.
Right. But how did you speak to him since then?
Yeah. Okay. We had dinner like a few weeks back.
Bill tells me when I'm not around, he's Play with Kid and Play. When I'm not around. We celebrated his birthday in Vegas a couple of years back, and he's like, I'm the Play when you're not around.
Yeah.
You all right, Champ?
I'm just excited. I'm excited to get to you.
No. Yeah, he's been a close friend since the mid '90s, and
Did you do his original shows?
Politically Incorrect. I probably did that about 20 times, and I think I was on the finale episode as well. Then he got into that trouble with back in the Iraq War days and stuff like that. 9/11 shit. Then he came back again on HBO, and I actually did a couple of buddies of mine did the theme music for Real Time.
I knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They switched it up last year for some reason. I don't know. It wasn't broke, but but he's been good to me, and he's one of those guys that over the years he's kind of taught me a lot. He's probably one of the smartest, if not the smartest dude that I know. So
I idolize the guy.
Yeah, I think we've had a positive kind of impact. I've tried to have him enjoy his success a little bit.
Honestly,
more,
I'll know politics through his show.
Right.
Because I'll just like to smoke weed and I just look at his shit.
So
and I'll be like,
we smoke pounds. Okay.
So let me ask you a question, because you guys' career, like when I went and I went and looked back, you guys. You were like one of the first transitions, like meaning you guys had an album, or in the movie, you just started a movie right after that?
It's so funny. The only thing I ever wanted...
how hard that shit is to do nowadays?
The only thing I ever wanted was a single.
Get the fuck out
for the women. That's all I wanted. It was just a 12-inch single. That's all. That's me and Eric B. Just get us. We good. I was good already, but that was gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? I never in my wildest dreams it'd be a full album, music videos, movies, cartoon series, Marvel comic strip. And one time there was what was it? Mattel was talking about the toys at one time for us. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all had the Saturday morning cartoon joint, right?
Yeah, but first rappers ever had.
What I'm asking is, how
did you make that transition?
Yeah,
what people don't know is Reggie Hudlin, who wrote and directed the original House Party, was a video director back in the days, and he used to chase me in particular. He used to chase me down in clubs because he wanted to shoot a music video on us. But we had a guy at that time, so we were cool. Then one time he stepped to me and was like, "Yo, excuse me, I got a movie script for y'all." And we was like, "What?" So back then, it was in our crew, like me, Play, and the Herbie Lovebug producer. It was kind of like my job to read stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You was a reader.
Because I couldn't read. I got kicked out of 5 schools. I didn't know how to.
So you was like the lawyer.
I graduated with honors from Herbert Leaving College, with a degree in English literature. No, so we got the script, and I remember reading it, and I remember coming back and playing Herbie. I said, you know what? It's like 70% there. Like the structure was really strong, the characters were fleshed out. It just
did House Party.
This is the original script for House Party.
And it was written for you guys? Because I heard it was Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince.
Reggie and them wanted us to do it because they was familiar with our videos and stuff.
Right.
They felt it was a good fit. New Line Cinema wanted Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff because they felt it was a better bang for to edge their bets.
Right.
But at the time, they were suing Will and Jeff
for
Nightmare on My Street.
Right.
And Jeff and them is like, what are you, crazy? He wants to do a movie and you suing us?
Right.
So they weren't with it. But Reggie and Warrington always wanted us to do it.
So you were already, conceptually, they were always thinking about you.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of based on childhood friends. And I think it was, even with Groove Beat Chill and all of them, I think they had a place in it as well.
Yeah. So
who wrote that line with full force kept saying, I smell pussy?
No, this is what I'm saying. This is where he's going. This is where I'm going.
Okay.
So I read the joint. I felt like it was 70% there, but I thought we could bring it the rest of the way. Like we could hip hop legitimize it.
Okay.
And so I urged the guys that we ought to do it.
I didn't want to do it.
Right. So, but this is what happened. To his credit, Reggie Hudlin let us do basically what we wanted to. He was saying stuff like, look, here's the structure, here's the format. Now, if there's a better way to say it, to get to where we got to get to it, if there's a more hip-hop and a legitimate way to say it, do it that way. So he allowed us to do that, and in particular, Full Force, all that stuff that Full Force did, they made up all that stuff. All that I smell, all that kick your fucking ass, all that, they made up all that. Yeah. They made up all of that stuff. And that's one of the great things that we liked about Reggie, because he let us do our thing. Now, if it came to something really, really crucial that he thought was crucial to the scene or something like that, maybe he would hold the fort on that. But for the most part, he kind of let us do our thing and let the hip hop come out. And
truth be told, I didn't want to do the movie because at the time we was making crazy money with the music.
Right.
And I felt
and you would think, pardon me for cutting you off.
It's all good.
But at that time, when people would do commercial things or movies, they would say that they went commercial or something like that.
You straight sell out.
That wasn't my reason at the time.
Okay.
I felt we was making great money. I'm looking at the history of hip hop in movies because prior to that we had Wild Style, and we can't forget Tougher Than Leather.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we can't forget.
So the bar said,
let's just forget.
So I'm like, if Run DMC can't pull off of a movie, who the heck do we think we are? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the business-minded one. But we had this rule among us called majority rules, and Herbie and Kid outvoted me. And it's the best album.
How many albums
The
you
best
guys
album. Let's make some noise for that goddamn.
How many albums were we in? Were we on our
Just
second?
one?
Just one, yeah. Just two
They had 2 albums.
Well, it was too high. When we did Funhouse, that was us building off the popularity of the movie. Yeah, that's why we call it
Yeah, we just
Funhouse.
had the
Because of
one.
legal reasons, we couldn't call it House Party, so that's why we call it Funhouse.
So it couldn't be the legitimate soundtrack of
No, we
just got
did joints on the
political.
soundtrack too.
Yeah.
I mean, we did joints on the soundtrack too. We actually, they were like competing against one another at the time. So
Yeah, but look how long your career you had for one album. That's fucking.
That's the way it used to be.
that's code word for
That's
you.
the way it used to be.
That's
iconic status. That's careers.
Yeah, that's a career. Like most people, and just think about it nowadays. Nowadays, music is so disposable. What's a hit record today will not be a hit record by the summertime.
Shelf
you know
life.
what I'm saying?
No shelf life.
Like, remember, you used to have a hit record. Your record used to be a hit record at least for a year or 2.
Oh, yeah.
Now you have a hit record
And
for
you do a
month.
music video months. Now you have to do a music video every week. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, I will say this to some people. I think the artists of today kind of they obviously have a different outlook on it. The mentality back then was like make the joint, tour, take some time off, off, and then run it back. Nowadays, like you said, maybe because the music is so disposable, these guys just started hitting and hitting and hitting. You know, when guys like Jay started doing, they were just like, look, as long as we doing hot joints, let's don't give them a chance to forget about us. You know what I'm saying? Because they will. They will. So there's a lot about the new era of rappers. The way they approach it that I like. You know what I'm saying?
For instance, I would like to hear
well, I mean, look, I listen to so much new rap. I mean, you know, I
heard you call him the Young Thug. He was like, he's the original Young Thug.
Really? He was a bad dude back in the day, man.
We're going to get into that.
Bad dude.
Okay, I want to hear the dude.
Shotty in the sheepskin, man. Shotty in the sheepskin, man. No, but I mean, I listen to a lot of cats. I mean, obviously you listen to the big ones. You know, we love the Drakes, and we love the Logics, and we love the J. Coles, and we love
Kendricks.
And a lot of, you know, underground cats. Underground, you know, send me stuff all the time. Wait, let me tell them that story real quick. So young artists, they kind of hit me up all the time, and they say, yo man, you want to sing you this joint, man? Maybe you want to play, maybe you want to jump on it, maybe you want to play, want to jump on this joint.
I thought you were tell another story.
Well, you gotta tell us that story.
Yeah, man, maybe you want to play, want to jump on this joint. I say, yo man, send me the joint, you know what I'm saying? I'll peep it out. So I'm peeping it out. I got the computer, I'm listening to the joint, man. And, you know, the beat is kind of rocking, man. He said, yo, you know, me and my man, we did a joint dedicated to y'all. I was like, all right, so yeah, he do rhyming or whatever. Then the dude, this nigga get to the hook, he goes, understand, living every day. Understand, don't care what you say. Understand, day. We tag team bitches, that's that kid and play. Kid and play. We tag team bitches, that's that kid. I'm like, whoa. I said, this what kid and play me?
Oh no, I think you just blew that record up right now.
I said, first of all, ain't no way Play getting on this side. That's a non-starter for this dude right here. And I said, that's just even too raw for me, man. We tag team bitches, that's that kid and play.
Yo, but do you guys know, like, how famous that dance is?
Okay. Like, we got to do it in about an hour.
Yo, I heard y'all say that beat in y'all contract, for real?
No, it was a joke. Well, people tell you if we don't do it, there might be a mutiny. You know what I'm saying?
The torches like Frankenstein.
But you know, it's so funny because I was thinking. I said, you know, you look at do the Dougie, Nene, all these dances coming out, and I got to confess, especially I was with Dougie last night, and he killed the crowd with that. But I remember when the record came out and the dance became popular. I'm like, oh, this is the end of the Kid and Play kick step. This is going to replace it. But we still good, like crazy good. And I'm like, what makes this dance last this long? And it finally hit me. It's the only dance out there that takes two people.
Yeah. Exactly.
So when you want to celebrate something, you and your homeboy, your homegirl, whatever, this is the dance you do.
And then people send us videos, and you see online videos, everybody doing Kid and Play. You don't want to do hit a strike at the bowling alley. Do the Kid and Play.
When 2 Chainz wanted to do the kick stuff with you, and LeBron James, all of them.
I think the Kid and Play with 2 Chainz one night. You know, the people just roll up on you, man. Start kicking in your leg. I was like, that's not the Kid and Play.
That's the tag team.
Yeah, you just kicking me in my leg, dude.
And how is it? Because you guys technically came out in '88.
The first album came out in '88, but our first single, Last Night, came out in '87.
Wow.
So
Ask Kid and Play?
Last Night changed it all.
So how many years is that in the game? How many years is that? That is
87. That's almost that's 31. 31 years.
30. God, let's make some noise.
31 flavors. We call years flavors. 31 flavors.
I like that.
31 flavors.
And right now,
I like that.
you guys are on tour with, or you're doing a show with Smokey Robinson. I've never had a reason to be in a room with Smokey Robinson. That lets you know how fucked up my life is.
Actually, was Smokey last night or tonight?
Yeah, Smokey was last night. But we've done.
You know Smokey already?
Yeah, I'd already met him through Suzanne the Path. We used to produce our films. But this is the thing, and I guess it's a blessing because we've been kind of one of those hip hop groups that we can go on an all rap lineup, but we also you can throw us on all R&B dudes. Like, you know, we did a show in Atlanta last year with Ron Isley, Keith Sweat, and Evelyn Champagne King, and we was the only rappers on. So that's happened a lot over the years that we were kind of the only rappers.
Come on, everybody together. Hola, hola, hey, hola, hola, hey. I always know that line right there.
Y'all can remix it. Hola, hola, hey. Roll, F and N.O.R.E.
crossover appeal is, I'll never forget when I was on Sunset Boulevard one time. There was a restaurant,
Queens.
and the one and only Lionel Richie. And I had to roll up on him. And
you said Sunset? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sunset.
Yeah.
This guy, I know Lionel Richie, I was in Queens. Lionel Richie wouldn't even let me talk. Because he knew about us and just was running
that must have
down.
felt great.
And that happened with the Jacksons, same thing. You know, wouldn't let us get a word in edgewise.
You can't just say that lightly.
Lionel Richie just rolled up.
Hold on, Tom. You see how he said something else?
The Jacksons.
The Jacksons, man.
You know those guys, the Jacksons.
We like giving people they do. We fans too.
Yes,
you know what I'm
that's-
saying?
yes,
I
that's
mean,
what we are.
Luther Vandross, and we've had the honor. But when you go up and you trying to tell them how much you admire their work, and they cutting you off because they're telling you how much they've enjoyed your work, it's like surreal. Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie just rolled up on him and said, "Sambolita se te No, but you know how it is. You know, y'all come across people. You have no idea who is a fan of yours. And, but Play is right. We usually come out first with the
I just rolled up on Pieces of a Dream, man. And ran down, Mallory Groove, man. 454, and they're like shocked, like But we music lovers, man. I'm Earth, Wind, and Fire all day. He's rap. I'm old soul. You know what I'm saying?
What's the best era in hip hop to you?
The era we came out in, 88, 92, 88, 92.
For me, late 80s, man.
Wait, so you don't go 88 to you don't go 10 years? You just went 88 to 92 then.
Yeah.
I think you're the first one who ever did that.
If you look at the groups that came out at that time, you know what I'm saying? 88 to 92, and that's primarily East Coast. But toward the end, 92, 93,
West Coast.
Yeah, that's when the West Coast started popping off. So I kind of circled that.
Me is the 80s.
It's a question I always needed to know. Was Kane talking about y'all when he said who's Flat Top Rules in '89?
Kane and I are great friends, and that's never come up. I've never even thought about it.
But I know what you're saying.
That was a rumor, like, because you heard the rumor.
Yeah. But no,
Didn't we ask him?
No, but this is the thing.
Did we ask him?
Yeah, this is the thing. With somebody like nigga, you talking about us? My flat top rule in 89. No, but the thing with Kane is, and this is what I always liked and admired about him was. Kane always appreciated the thrill of the competition. Like, it wasn't no beef, but it's just like, it's almost like that steel sharpens steel, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to do it, you want to outdo me. Right. You want to do, and Joe, his high top was a work of art. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I think, if that was anything, it was a friendly competition. Mine was probably longer, but his was like clow. Three cuts in your eyebrow trying to wild out. You know what I mean? So that era was great.
But let me ask you something, because since we brought it up, being that the West Coast started rising around the time you guys are bubbling. I remember as a fan, I'm listening. I got Kid and Play on the mixtape, and I got N.W.A, Eazy-E.
Oh, we got N.W.A stories.
So I'm wondering, how was that? Because for me, what's great about that era is the balance.
First tour
that tour that they talk about in Straight Outta Compton.
No, he was on that tour.
Yeah, they just don't want to tell you that.
I got Tupac stories too.
Well, we need all those stories.
In the book. But no, with N.W.A, man, the interesting thing was I remember being introduced to their music in L.A. And at the time I could curse with the best of them. But when I heard that, I was like,
I was scared of them when I first heard
And
their
I'll never
music.
forget when we had been on every Public Enemy tour. That was the best. Chuck always wanted us on his tours. And we had just finished this night, and I'm worn out, I'm tired. And they come to me with the pitch for the next tour, and they got N.W.A on it. And I'm like, nah, man. I mean, that's just.
You
a bit
already
much.
heard the music?
Yeah,
Well, you heard Straight Outta Compton? When did it come out yet?
This is a bit much.
Easy.
But
Easy does it.
But check out the story. When I came down from the after party, we ready to get into some women, the whole nine like that. I wanted my famous pina colada, virgin pina colada, but the bar shut down. I thought I could use my name. Like, yo, man, he's like, I don't care what Nova who you are. You ain't getting no pina colada. So the promoter comes and says, yo, I got this thing. I said, I'm not doing this thing. I said, you know what? Let me be fair. If you give me a pina colada, I'll do the tour. Because I thought the bar was shut.
Right.
Daryl Brooks, G Street Productions, comes over with 2 pina coladas and a half a pina colada, and I had to keep my word, and we ended up doing the tour. But the reason why they needed us to be on, but the reason why I wanted to keep my word, the reason why they needed us on
You
that
said
tour.
a virgin pina colada?
Yeah, that's how I get down.
Secure the venues?
Because with Public Enemy and N.W.A on the same tour, they thought it was going to be crazy.
wild,
So they wanted to bring artists in to balance it out. So that's why we ended up being a part of that history. And We had fun with those guys.
There's a lot of interest. Yeah, and this is the thing. You know, a lot of times you're wary, or you know, because you don't know people. Right. You know, we didn't know Too Short. We didn't know Easy and them. We didn't know Dre. We didn't know Q. We didn't know Yella. And once we got together, first of all, I thought I made the mistake and thought it was two different audiences. I was like, the people that listen to Kid and Play couldn't possibly listen to N.W.A.
I would say that too.
Yeah, but I was so wrong.
But is that the same tour that T.K. Kirkland was the host?
Yeah, same tour.
Oh shit, that's
TK
right.
bombed every night.
What does that mean, bomb? That means good or
No,
bad?
that's not good.
Oh, for real?
Hey, but he kept going every night.
Listen, this is a true story.
These good people.
He's a guest.
But if he bombed, Kid, let's load up.
I'm trying to clean it up.
I do stand up.
Drink champs
Bombing ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? So you try.
Fellow stand-up comic.
I'm trying to clean it up.
But listen, but my main point was we got to know one another, man.
TK bombed.
But the funny story, toward the end of the tour, right? Toward the end, we were in we were in Washington and Philly. And as the tour moved east,
And this is Public Enemy and N.W.A.
I think P was on by then. And as the tour got more and more toward the East Coast, the West Coast, because the East Coast wasn't really up on it yet.
Right,
So they struggled a little
Boom.
bit. And I remember the last couple of shows, even Too Short.
N.W.A. you're saying struggle.
You know, not them so much, but I remember one night.
West Coast, period.
I remember one night, Too Short had a rough night, as we all do sometimes. And so we backstage, and Too Short, man, that's my man 50 grand. I remember him saying to TK, he said, man, I might have bombed tonight, but nigga, you bomb every night. You consistent.
But you know what? Here's a piece of history for you. People can say what they want to say in regards to it taking a minute for it to catch on in New York. But one cat that never gets his props he should got that helped out N.W.A. a lot. DOC.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
from
DOC.
Texas.
Because he broke through mainstream, regular play. And cats had to give credit to Dr. Dre and that whole thing, man, because he was doing it, man. And that helped usher in. It helped usher in the N.W.A. fan.
And as Play said, we all had a blast, and these are some friendships that we carry, to this day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we were joking around about TK, but look, he was a part of it as well. Right. Too Short was on that. DOC was on that tour. Wow. JJ Fad was on that tour. And then all the other tours we went on, we was doing stuff with Digital Underground when Tupac was a backup
was a dancer.
When he was young and wild.
And the
He was
crazy
like
thing about
18 or 19.
it was funny with Tupac because he wanted to rap so bad. He really wanted to get in.
He lived to rap.
So at the after party, one time we hanging out, me and him, I'm just there for the women. So he wants to get on the mic. He wants to get on the mic. So he goes, the DJ goes, yo, we got my man Play in the house. Play, come on up to the booth and rap. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Tupac is, yo, man, go on up there. Let's get up there. I said, yo, I'm not here for that, man. Well, let's get up there. When the DJ gives you the mic, you quickly pass it to me. You know what I'm saying? Quickly. That was pop, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we would be down on beat downs and all of that. He had the craziest crush on Yo-Yo. He loved him some Yo-Yo. Because we talking to the Lynch Mob.
Right.
But yo, he would do anything for Yo-Yo. You know what I'm saying?
Tupac?
Yeah, Tupac.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Yo-Yo. She's dope.
Now I seen on the interview, and you said that G-Rap is from your neighborhood. I always thought G-Rap was from Corona and Left Rap. So you claimed him as being from Elmhurst when I seen you in the
Well, you know, it got confusing because a lot of cats would hang out in the Hearst because that's where the
Okay.
girls was at.
Okay,
you know what
cool.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
And some cats didn't want to claim Corona like that because they wanted the girls over in that area. So sometimes it's a fine line because you had like 37th, 34th Avenue.
Right next to
and
each
it
other.
was like a fine line.
Okay,
but you know, when you looked at the school district or whatever, you would say Corona, but come to find out it was Jackson Heights.
Okay, so
Or it might be the Hearst.
34th Avenue is Corona.
I would say we consider 32nd Avenue and beyond to be up in Corona. 32nd Avenue and below
Avenue
would be like East.
That's
East
Corona
Elmhurst.
to us, yeah.
Be
Oh, okay.
considered that.
Right.
You know, you remember the bomb building?
Yeah, the bomb building. Hell yeah. I remember the bomb building.
What was that? Was that Corona or was that the Hearst?
Well,
that was
damn.
like right on the
we
fine
considered
line.
it the Hearst. You know who used to live
we
by
looked
the
at it as
bomb building?
Corona.
Horse. Nas's guy.
Exactly
He used to live by the bomb building.
We
This
considered that
old school
Corona.
Queens. Y'all gotta relax, y'all over there. And by the way, I
shout out to Hassan.
And by the way, kid, I spoke to the Queens delegation, and when we looked at your story, we want you to erase the Bronx out of your story. We want you to just claim Queens. We spoke to the Queens delegation, and I also spoke to the Bronx congregation, and they said it's okay. We get it on that.
How about that?
We're so proud of you in Queens. We want you to fully claim you.
The Bronx raised me, but Queens paid me.
Yo, so, man, I mean, you and Salt and Pepper worked at Sears together.
Yep. Sears and Roebuck telephone
and
sales
you all got
representatives.
fired.
At some point or not.
I was the first one that got fired.
Thank you, Sears.
Yo, so what would have happened if you guys wouldn't have got fired? You have to stay as this.
That would have been a sad
story.
It would have been no story. It would have been like, who?
And Salt and Pepper was there. And Spinderella or just Salt and Pepper?
No, just Salt and Pepper, Herbie Love.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that
Martin
the connection with Herbie
came
Love?
over.
Martin worked at the gas station, right?
Yeah, he used to work at a gas station across the street from
What
there.
kind of neighborhood was this? Let's just break that down. Right, man.
Sears.
Them and Salt and Pepper worked at Sears together, and Martin walked across the street.
At a Hess, there was a Hess gas station.
Talented ass stars right here.
Oh, word.
And we all got down. I mean, can you imagine? That's like 1 billion to 1. Like all 5 of us got famous. I mean, if you include Herbie, like all of us.
Yep.
All of us. That's crazy, man.
And then y'all actually, Chris Tucker and Bernie Mac is like y'all discovery.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, their first movies. Chris Tucker first movie was House Party 3. Wow. Bernie Mac first movie was House Party 3.
See, what happened with Bernie Mac was, and this is a piece of history. Martin didn't want to be in House Party 3, and we knew we needed.
Yeah, he turned us down. What? Yeah, flat.
So anyway,
Were you guys producing the movies at this point?
Yes, but we're getting paid as producers.
So anyway, I'm like, yo, we need some star power. We need some comedy power in this joint. I went to go see to the premiere of Who's the Man.
Who's the Man?
Bernie in that.
He wasn't.
He was in.
That's like one of the
I looked at the screen. Yes,
I
looked at the screen. I said, this could be Robin Harris's brother. The complexion, the whole nine.
Yeah, the whole mannerism.
So I told him, because he was there, I said, dude, I'm going to get you in House Party. I'm going to get you whatever. I reached, what was her name? Susan something up at New Line, the lady.
Yeah.
One of the VIPs.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, yo,
Sarah Risher.
Yeah, you need to get into, this needs to happen. You need to have Robin. And the next thing I know, it happened.
Yeah. So it was definitely early in his career, and I remember I used to watch Chris Tucker when he came out from Atlanta and watch him do stand up out in Hollywood at the Comedy Store in particular.
I remember you called me. You said, "Yo, trust me on this."
Yeah, because we were about to shoot this scene the next day, and the
same time, man.
And the director was hitting me up. He said, "Yo, man, we ain't got nobody. We need the manager for the stripper. We ain't got nobody, man." He said, "We ain't got nobody."
He's gonna perform tonight.
And I was like, yo, I said, I just seen Money at the Comedy Store, man. You know what I'm saying? And Chris had just got off stage, so I stepped to him. And you know Chris was like, "Hey kid, what your rich ass doing?" So I said, "Yo man, come down to the set tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? There's a part for you, man. Just blah blah blah." Went down there, just did the one scene, you know what I mean? Stole it with the scene, you know what I mean? And then his next movie after that was Friday, because now New Line was very, very familiar with him. And, you know, Q brought him on deck. So he was a known quantity. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you that.
Same time, man.
And you saw him live.
Yeah, saw him live doing stand-up, man. He was just, young Chris Tucker, like fresh out of Atlanta, was electric. He was electric, man, and I knew, and that goes back to another thing that Play was talking about, or kind of inching toward. These house party movies, especially toward the end, we get most of the credit, but there was lots of good people, man, and we wanted that. We didn't want to, we wanted everybody to shine, because then it uplifts the movie. Everybody wins. So when we wanted Martin to come back for House Party 2, you got to let him win. You know, we told him put full force in House Party 2 because it ain't broke. Right. And not that you can't add pieces, but why you replacing them? Why you taking away? Let's add to it. So over the course of the 3 house parties and a movie like Class Act, we were always trying to load up on the talent, and if it meant giving people opportunities that hadn't had opportunities before, fine.
Is it true LeBron James is doing a new remake of House Party?
That's the word.
That's the word. Word on the streets.
So how does that happen? He has to call y'all?
That's what we need, Has.
Hey, yo, LeBron, man, I want to be in there, man. Put me in there somehow.
They need to be in there.
Yeah, they gonna be in there.
We own House Party, but we don't own it. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're
that's
saying.
Time Warner. That's New Line. So I mean, it's obvious that they've kind of bonded together and to formulate it.
They got good people with it, man. I mean, his brother's brother, Donald Glover's brother.
Yeah.
You know, that whole
Yeah.
writing team, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I mean, look.
I'm just concerned because it's a different time in this world. You know, when you came out with House Party then, it was relatable. Everybody knew about the House Party, parents going down south, this, that. Let's put that where we at today. You know what I'm saying? It's clubs.
I was in love with Gina back then too. My bad. I'm sorry. I was in love with Gina back then. I'm sorry. I just messed up.
You guys great kisser. You guys, shout out to Tisha.
You guys couldn't have
she back out on the market.
Oh, word. Oh, my God.
Wait,
and yo, I'm not going to lie. And play, I ain't going to lie. Old school rumors in Queens. You were knocking down a lot of bitches in Queens, goddamn. I mean, that was the word in Queens. I'm saying they was like, yo, man, like, you were like the first Wesley Snipes. Like, you were like, if you think about it, like,
No, he was the first Wesley Pipes. No, but it's dude. This dude was a terror on. You know, play yourself for Playboy.
In Vogue,
but
you had
Damn,
In Vogue. Man, that's
what, all of them Vogue?
Yeah, one time.
The bad one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yo, but kid was knocking out those books in school.
Yeah, exactly. When we first started hanging out, I was getting no ass whatsoever. I got these big, thick glasses. Like, what's going on here?
With an afro, I see that.
That sounds like the class act version.
Yeah. But that's what he helped me out a lot with that. You know, he kind of helped me get a lot of game because my game was.
So class act is really.
That's why we did it. That's why we did it.
It was really not.
And it's funny because when we first got out on the road, we had to share a room together, low budget situation. They used to call us Sid and Clay. They would never get our names right, you know, the whole nine. And he'd meet some girl and come to the room late and wait for the phone to ring because she's supposed to call him when she got home safely. I'm like, dude.
He was one of those dudes.
Hey, I was a cuddler.
And then he couldn't go to bed without some tea with lemon. You know what I'm saying?
He's sophisticated dog.
Who is this guy with? You know what I'm saying? Get me out of this room. You know what I'm saying?
And you really did good in school and shit like that.
That's how I learned how to talk. Is from this dude because schools got done with me. Art and Design, Flushing High, Hillcrest High. Bryant,
he was on the world tour.
All those schools I got kicked out of. But I started hanging out with this guy. I taught him how to cut school, the whole nine. And we be in his crib, and Jeopardy would come on. And when it was, and the thing
Don't tell me
goes,
he know the answers.
Yes. And I'm looking at him like, I'm like, who is this I'm hanging out with? But I can learn something. I can be an intelligent fug out of this. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to use all my children to get at women. You know what I'm saying? Watch the soaps when I cut out. Be at the party. See a girl wanted to get with, excuse me, but do you know what happened with Erica Kane and so-and-so today? You watch the soaps? Yeah, you know, my little tender side, and then, you know, slide in there. Don't try this at home.
That's some real Capone shit right there.
No, the soap operas was the way. Like I went to Lehman College back in the days, and
Lehman College, that's in the Bronx.
Yeah, in the Bronx.
Okay.
So at lunchtime, I would go to like the student center because that's when all the girls were there. You'd be me and like 20 chicks. You know what I mean? Watching all my children. So you know what I mean?
You gotta say a name that only somebody who would watch would know. So the girl know you wouldn't play games. She's like, you know, and then they trust you.
What happened with Tad?
Ted Martin.
Ted Martin.
You know, how do you know about that?
Right.
A bunch of chicks right now. I was like, damn, they got me.
Yeah. Like the chicks are looking at me like he looks like a cuddler.
Was there ever like inside competition between you and Salt and Pepper, being that it was like y'all was the exact opposite version of each other?
Never. We helped each other a lot. You know what I'm saying? They
put us on.
You know, I mean that too because our first thing was really I was in the Tramp video.
Yeah, the Tramp.
And then we were in Shake Your Thing. You danced with them and Shake Your Thing. But the thing was, Kid helped with the lyrics, helped her reform that. I helped with the outfits and the gear, the pushing jackets, all of that kind of stuff. So, and they helped us, man. I mean, those are, believe me, forever.
Yeah, if you look at a lot of early Salt and Pepper videos, you see us all up in there. And then what we did.
We played the detectives in the Shake Your Thing too.
And everybody get up. But this was the idol maker's way, Herbie's conglomerate at that time, because it was always the strong helping the weak. So Salt and Pepper helped put us on. Then we came and then we put in, we put Kwame on. He started appearing in our stuff. We started jumping in his video.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Dana Dane was in the clip.
That's the way it seemed like it was going
go
on
back and watch old Dana Dane videos. We all up in there, little high top and everything.
But let me just stop you for 1 second, because Play said it's so nonchalant. He was like, you helped with the lyrics. Why do you think back in the days, like Big Daddy Kane would out front write for Bismarck? He would make it be known. I mean, Eazy-E has a line on his lyrics. He says, Ice Cube write the rhymes that I say. And you just said, like, with Salt and Pepper. But back then, that was not frowned upon. But now, I heard you mention Drake earlier. And I went and looked at your interviews. You mentioned Drake a lot. So I know that you like Drake. But why do you think it was so... Why do both of you guys, not just you, but why do... both of you guys think that it's so frowned upon, like when a person like Drake's status.
Yeah, like today, right? Today,
okay,
today it's frowned upon. Yeah, yes. I mean, I don't know. You know what? Our clique, our crew was a community. And it was everybody pitch in. Whatever you're good at.
You took a Salt and Pepper.
It's called Idol Makers Camp. Dana Dane, Kwame, Sweet Tea.
But what was the intention? The intention was to get the people up and dance. You know what I'm saying? By all means necessary. So if you had a clever line or something that's going to accomplish that.
We all sitting around the studio.
You know what I'm saying? We all had, it's a party in the studio. Right. And the great thing about back then, you had the Juice Crew, you had the Idol Makers Crew, you had the Boogie Down. Everybody had these crews and the first lady of their crews and all that stuff. But it was a competition that iron sharpening iron. We all wanted to be unique in our own way. Who's going to do this, going to do that. So I think it was the intention. I think the intention today is different. I don't think it's the same agenda. That's not a bad thing. It's just different.
And to me, I don't have a problem with cats having ghostwriters and stuff like that, man. Because what you still gotta make it sound good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
it's almost like taking steroids. You can take steroids, but you still gotta work out.
You still gotta be able to hit the baseball.
What's the question behind what's the difference between a rapper and an MC?
Yeah.
That's what dives into that right there. If you an MC, you got to be
MC has
thing.
A MC who's rated top 5 has to write his own thing. But now a rapper who's rated top 5, he can be an entertainer.
And it's one thing brainstorming and loaning a line versus writing the whole song.
And I think one person who helped set it straight was Diddy's line. Don't worry about me, I write checks.
Well, we had one of Diddy's producers on here, D-Dot, and he said that he was, I think he was
the
drunk.
mad rapper.
He was drunk. He was being the mad rapper.
He came as a mad rapper.
I know.
When he came in. So what happened was, he said that every artist steals. He said every artist stole. Every single, and I said not everybody. He said everybody. He was very adamant about that. And I looked and I was like, damn,
let's make it clear.
Like, I'm here. And, but I'm not here as an artist. I gotta remind myself I'm not here as an artist. I had to let people speak as a journalist. Right. But Razzcast was there too. And Razzcast was like, yo, B.
No, he wasn't.
Not every artist has stolen.
But he's up with that.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. As I posted that, I read my comments, which I don't read my comments because I like to be sane.
Yes, sir.
But this is the first time I did read my comments, and a lot of people were agreeing with him.
Yeah, they say everybody's stealing.
They said that everybody's
But it's the
stealing.
way he was saying. I think it's a matter of semantics too. Like he's saying, like if you borrow anything,
no.
That's the way he's saying. If you're influenced by anything,
he's saying that Jay-Z, even standing next to Big, made Jay-Z better, and it made Jay-Z.
Which I think there's difference when someone
take a little thing.
Right. So it's like there's a son.
Right. So there's a difference between wholesale doing something and influence.
Right. You do comedy, right? I apologize for cutting you off, but you do comedy. In comedy, that is like almost standard. Like almost standard to have a writer run around with you.
Well, not always standard.
But it's different. Yeah, I mean, well, look, if you're at super high levels, like Bill Maher, Kevin Hart, There's no way one man can create all that.
Absolutely, and as much as you're working too.
Yeah. Bill Maher has writers year round.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Year round for not only the TV show, but when he does his live performances. So they're always giving him fresh new political stuff and whatnot. And Kevin, I'm sure the same way. He has a real tight, talented crew. Right. I mean, and so that's more like,
and I know everybody shocked when you see the credits with Eddie Murphy and you see how much of the involvement of Keenan Wayans and even Robert Townsend. All of them, they were a clique, man, and they all, here's something funny. And they just
it's hard to create all that content by yourself. So what happens is you're with people that are like-minded. You know what I'm saying? Like good friends of mine.
Well, they know your style. Good friends of mine with Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good friends of mine like Joe Torre, Tommy Davidson. You know what I'm saying? We all look at each other.
I've been around that craziness, man. I mean, be around all of them, man. Just comedians. It's nothing serious. Yeah, everything's a joke.
And a lot of times what happens is this: you'll have a friend, a friend comic, watch your set and watch some of the material. A lot of times they'll give you what's called a note. Like, hey man, you know that joke you do about such and such. At the end, why don't you say ba da 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 da? And and say it to make it pop like a little bit more. And we've all been of the mindset like, look, I don't care if it's funny. If it's funny, I'll use it. If it's gonna make the joke better.
That's my point in regards to going back to writing lyrics back then. If it's what it's gonna take to get the people to get up and dance, it's that kind of line. Use it. That what he just said, nailed that. But
so have you ever used a line that wasn't yours?
Dude, this was my ghostwriter, Herbie. I threw in a little something there.
But you guys were a team. I think that's a different thing.
I got this idea for a dope jacket. Put this on. Because a big shout out to Ron Lawrence, one of the producers with Herbie Lovebug, by the way. But my thing was designing. My thing was just hanging out with Dapper as long as Dapper Dan.
He's the reason why.
You were the Jam Master Jay of the group.
Yeah. If you saw our gear and you thought our shit was fly. That was
you was like the first designer, like the first, like, you know.
Well, it's so funny because I remember having a meeting with Andre Harrell, and I was like, yo, let's create beats and let this beat be a beat that represents foreplay, because that was the name of my joint. And he didn't get it. He's like, I had the barbershop foreplay and I had the clothing joint foreplay. Because when Dap got caught up with that whole Mitch Green and Tyson situation,
he got caught. That was at
the torch was passed to me, so I'm, all that good stuff. And Dap and I still like this right now. But anyway, the interesting thing was, and I'm about to lose my train of thought, was the fact that y'all going to the next one.
No, it was the Dapper Dan stylist. If you Dapper Dan stylist.
Drink champs, y'all. Well, you forget your shit. Make some noise.
Well, I was talking about when I did the thing, but my thing, I really didn't lost. It's gonna hit me when I stop thinking.
You had Dapper Dan stuff back in the day?
Hell yeah, but I couldn't afford it when y'all was doing it. When y'all was doing it, I couldn't afford it.
Him and Herbie used to be up there all the time.
To do those salt and pepper jackets, I had to live there at that shop because you had all them Africans in the back.
Oh wow!
But Dap wasn't known for being on time with your gear, so Herbie was like, "Yo, man, you're gonna have to just stay here all night, whatever." Because we had to get those jackets and the mural I did. This on the back of that Push It thing, I had to be on a plane to get them there out. I think we did that in Florida, the Push It thing.
So technically, you were like
you can see me on the side.
You were like the first Puff Daddy.
Oh, I know what I was going to say now.
Yeah.
The thing about it, Andre and I, we were talking about doing a thing with gear, and he's like, "Play, I really don't see that." Then you got Wu-Tang that did it.
Yeah.
What was that joint they did with the clothes?
Even Biggie had
all of them. And he didn't see the vision at the time. You know what I'm saying?
He was definitely ahead of the curve. He was definitely ahead of the curve. And he had, like, for example, when Martin Lawrence was hosting Def Comedy Jam back in the day.
You styled him, right?
He was right those first 6 episodes.
Yeah, he rocked 6 episodes.
And even with his shows, because I did School of Hard Knocks. That was my joint.
Oh, in Queens. I rocked that shit
was mine. Me and my partner at the time.
Wait, that was your
clothing line? What was his name?
School of Hard Knocks. Jerry. Over
we used to sell that at my store.
Vons in Corona.
Oh, okay.
We were partners at the time. I did the designing. We had this idea because African American college line, that Allegiant line, Chris.
The
Chris
black colleges, the
black college thing. So I said, yo, they doing all this thing about people going to college. I'm a dropout. We know the people that didn't finish school. We need to come up with a line that represents those that are still good, even though you didn't go to school. So we said school. We came with the idea on the 59th Street Bridge in traffic going into Manhattan. And I said, School of Hard Knocks. And we came up with the line of naming all the artists from Queens and rappers we knew that didn't finish school. And that's how that thing blew up. And then things was going on crazy in my life. I wanted to give it all up, and I didn't get money from that. I gave it to Jerry. I said, just take it because I was stressing,
because I want to properly always introduce and be in tune with the artist. So one thing I've noticed is you're a big glasses guy. I
love glasses. I collect glasses and watches. That's my two.
You're a big glasses.
With sneakers too.
I got that watch too, by the way. I got that same watch.
My
too.
man.
But what glasses is those? Those Gazelles?
Gazelles. I think those are the Havanas.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, I ain't got those.
Yo, his glass game is
I'm not gonna lie.
Is heavy.
I'm not gonna lie. I was looking and I was like, yo, one thing. You could tell a nigga getting money by the type of glasses he wearing. He got the official. He had a pair of Cartiers. I couldn't find them.
I
was like, yo, look at these Cartiers, and I said, hold on, let me try to find them. And I couldn't find them. I said, he's official. When I can't find his glasses, I know you dig deep. You dig deep. I'm a glasses guy. I'm so sorry.
I was much more of a sneakerhead. I mean, I still am to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? But not like.
You bringing the ponies out now. I said I wanted to know what was on his feet, and he got on ponies, man.
Oh, damn.
Someone just told me what ponies stood for. I can't remember. Someone just told me, but the N.O.R.E. stands for New York and pony. It's P.O. It's an acronym.
Right.
The N.Y. and pony stands for New York, and someone just told me, and I can't remember.
That's old school when I used to play handball.
He's Latin.
So let me ask you. Out of all the things from being a rapper, even though you touch the comedian world, what made you say I'm gonna do stand-up? Because stand-up is probably the roughest of the comedian.
Right.
Why wouldn't you go straight to your HBO stand-up special?
Well, this is the thing. A backstory is I was actually hosting a TV show, a syndicated TV show called Your Big Break. It was actually like the precursor.
I remember.
Precursor to American Idol.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can sing, you sing a Cher song, but we're gonna put you in one of Cher's gowns and dress up the set and do all this and that, right? So it was a show I hosted for a year, But then I got fired.
Almost like lip sync.
Yeah, I got fired from after the first year. It was a Dick Clark show, and they fired me by letter, and then I ended up getting replaced by Alfonso Ribeiro, right? The only black guy whiter than me. You know what I'm saying? Right? So I was like out of work. It was like 90. You know what I'm saying? I was literally Carlson.
It's not unusual.
Hey, some of these jokes are time released. Right, so I was Kid and Play was cold at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was on the left coast. He was back east. I wasn't really doing anything. I needed a spark. And it was two good friends of mine, Tommy Davidson and Bill Maher, that urged me to go into stand-up. And actually, Bill Maher brought me on the Oprah Winfrey Show. One of the first times I ever did stand-up, because it was a show called Funny People and Who They Think Are Funny. So you had D.L. Hughley brought on some more. Jon Stewart brought on Louis Black. And Bill Maher brought me on and said, hey man, this is one of the funniest guys I know, and da-da-da-da. So that's kind of how I got started. But what I found out ultimately was, having been a rapper really helped prepare me for stand-up.
Is that thrill?
Well, first of all, you already know your way around the stage. I mean, any comedian will tell you, man, half the battle is just feeling comfortable on stage and comfortable in front of strangers and comfortable in front of fans. Man, we had already done that. We would perform in front of hundreds of thousands of people. You just got to make sure that the material is tight, that it's unique to you. And to me, if you're talking about, Tommy and Bill Maher, two of the greats, and they literally kind of forced me.
And we talking in living color, Tommy Davidson. Tommy Davidson,
just
so people know.
Tommy, if you talk about comedian idols, everybody, the Richard Pryor. Tommy is one of the. He's so underrated. He's one of the greatest of all time. We're a lot alike. Kind of manic and over. Real quick off the top and stuff like that. So he was a great influence, and Bill, somebody as great as Bill was behind that. So. It felt comfortable, like almost off the rip. You know what I'm saying?
And what did you think when he said to you,
it was an interesting piece of news. He didn't come and get at me like, yo, play, I'm going to do comedy. I just heard he was doing comedy. I just know how much he makes me laugh. I just hope it translated, to huger audiences. But no, I was good with it. I heard he was like Bigfoot. There were sightings of him. Here's this club. Did you see him on? And I did see... when he hosted that show and all of that. But I got a question. Do anybody remember when Will Smith tried to do stand-up?
No, I don't remember.
Nah, he tried to do stand-up.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like an
You
award
talk
show.
about bombing, because he did a joke about, suppose Jesus came out with sneakers and they were called Air Jesus too soon. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget that, man. But yeah, the best have tried.
But you know what? Look,
Kid is doing his thing, baby.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
good.
I mean, and
What was your worst night?
Oh, wow. All right. You're going to love this one.
Okay.
Right. TK's going to love this one because I royally bombed. Okay. So I was in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh,
right?
shit.
That sounds like it's gonna be hardcore.
Little Rock, Arkansas, right?
Bill Clinton.
And I'm crushing it, dude. I'm crushing it. Thursday, crush it. Friday, crushing it. And back then, I used to bring our DJ Wiz. I used to bring him with me. You know, it's almost like on some King Capri stuff. You know, play the.
You guys discover King Capri too. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. Play the comedians on, play me on, whatever.
Like a Def Comedy Jam vibe,
Yeah,
right.
kind of vibe. So Wiz would come with me. So Wiz was with me that weekend. So I'm feeling myself, man. Saturday night, I said, man, I'm gonna try this brand new joke, man. I'm feeling. I was watching TV. I was in the room, probably getting high.
got gassed?
Yeah, I got gassed because I was doing so well. You know what I'm saying? I was winning. I'm out here winning, B. So I said, all right, I'm gonna pick a spot right in the middle. So I'll come out, I'm crushing them. I said, now's the time to do the brand new joke. So I said, hey man, mind you, we're in Little Rock, Arkansas. I said, man, I was watching TV today, man. I was watching this religious program, man. I don't know if you guys are into boy bands at all, but you know they got a religious boy band out, man. Have you heard these guys, man? They had their first record. It was called Jesus, He's So Neat. They put nails through his arms and nails through his feet. And I just laid like this, so I got the leg crossed like this, and the audience went silent. And I looked down,
like they are right now.
I looked out the corner of my eye, and I could see Wiz. Wiz was down below. Wiz looked at me and said, "Why did you do that? We were winning."
Did not kill that.
This is the words I have, and I never ever told that joke again. I just tell the story of me telling the joke.
Because to be a comedian, that's how you have to learn if the joke is good.
Yeah, man.
You gotta jump off a cliff.
Yo, that afternoon, I said, I'm winning with this. Nails through his arms, and nails through his feet.
Still silence.
Right. Oh, it's a bad joke.
Now, it's like y'all lives did a 360 because in the beginning, I think you call yourself a nerd or something like that, and then you were like the cool kid, you were the street kid. You actually wanted to pursue, the street life even more than the music.
You remember back then when you went to jail, that was your celebrity in the thing.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? To come out, you know what I'm saying?
That
was a stupidity then,
But y'all lives is like 360 now because he got something called Kid and Blaze. Would you want your own joint or you good?
No, I'm good. I got it.
Just
This is a work night.
But you got something called Kid and Blaze,
Yeah.
and you are actually a born again Christian.
Believer, yes sir. Yeah.
Now, how did that happen for you? For people that
just to cut right to the chase, man. When you just get everything you want that you think is going to be fulfilling, going to be happy. You know who my ex-wife is, and homes and cars.
Yes, I know who your ex-wife is.
All of that good stuff. Sherry Hedler, y'all coming to America.
No, come on, man. That's McDowell, man.
Lisa McDowell.
Yeah, Lisa McDowell.
But
God
when you have everything,
scored.
I mean everything. I mean, come on, I want to be you. He's buying Benzes. Herbie's doing Benzes and BMWs and Porsches. I'm like, I gotta go bigger than these cats. What do I do?
Because it's like y'all switch
What do I do? I do a DeLorean. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga bought a DeLorean.
So I'm like,
wait, time out. Wait, the Michael.
Trying to be Back to the Future and shit.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Come with the flex capacity and shit.
I ain't getting a lot of money. Listen, I didn't even know you could buy one of those. Hold on. Goddamn, make some noise for goddamn.
Yo, he was doing the most.
you know what I'm saying? And it just got to the point where it's like, yo, this isn't doing it. This is like, I'm tormented. It's like, hey, what more do I need to do? Whatever. And I'm saying you got to cross into that dark side type stuff now. Some people call it the Illuminati, making deals now.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I was so scared. I was like, damn. I gotta be kids' idea to come here because I smoke weed on every episode.
Right.
So I was like, but then when you didn't decline and you just came, I said, damn, you're the cool, like, turned over Christian. Because, there's some people that take it too far. They be like, yo.
I mean, I went through that stage too.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You didn't want to be.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You couldn't have been around him because he's Irish and Jamaican. Well, like, both of his sides is a little bit crazy.
I get high and drunk. You know what's interesting? We have a relationship most don't have. It's like there was no casting call for a kid. There was no casting call for a play. We can finish each other's sentences. We can, if I'm not able to be on the call for a business deal or vice versa, just as long as we know we had a conversation about it prior to, we good. Okay. So it's like, it's just natural. It's organic type thing. I mean, it ain't perfect. We go, we the odd couple. You know what I'm saying? Especially now. But it's like it's all good, and it's like for me, I just want people to be themselves, man. Because that's where we gotta. If it's gonna be any kind of change, it's got to start from that. It just can't be like trying to be something you're not. But spark it up, man.
Like me, man. Thank you so much.
They should let me know.
They're supposed to be in between.
Before you guys leave, one thing that I definitely want to know, and I was trying to bring it up before, is that when you guys did the movie stuff,
yes, sir.
If there's anything that artists could learn today, the way you guys structured those situations, that do you see something from those movies today?
Oh yeah, I mean our people, we might have took them for granted.
The first one you got $30,000. You got 60 and he got 30.
No, I got 30.
Something like
you got 30.
I got 30. I think cool. Because literally we were like on the clock. Mm-hmm. So if I had a little more screen time than him, that means I probably got paid like a little bit more. But that topped it out like 30 G's. Nobody was getting. Nobody got, but where they messed up was they didn't have an option for us for the next one.
360 deal.
So shit blew. Now we got to stick you up.
Right. And I think it's because of our situation that a lot of companies said, no, we will never let that happen again. We want to make sure we have everything. If you do movies, your images or whatever the case may be, they didn't have that with us. So, and I think that Fred Mineo, good friend, man, Select Records, great guy, but he let that slip through the cracks. And I think he kicks himself for not, because no one thought it would ever happen.
Did you guys get production credits in the following films?
It grew. A lot of stuff grew eventually. We got smarter.
Could it be situations where people could learn from those situations?
Yeah, I would say this. The type of input that we had, and thankfully that the directors and the producers gave us would be considered producing today.
Yeah. Right, absolutely. Everything you described
we were not getting paid as a producer. Yeah, he's fine and Bernie Mac.
You guys are writing the script over.
Remaking the thing. Writing all the raps and all that. Dude, that's producing today. Today, that's producing. Yeah. So. Know what you're worth. Know what talents you're bringing to the table, because a lot of this that we did and they took for granted. And look, it all came out, and 30 years later we still here, doing our thing. But just know exactly what the details are of what you're expected, because what we were doing back then, that's production.
You like something about Kid Capri?
I was definitely about to ask something about
that's my dude, man.
Now, when y'all did
best DJ ever,
what y'all did the Martin
he was the DJ for Martin's Def Jam thing, right? But prior to that,
when it goes Martin,
the Martin thing,
you did the thing.
But that's Kid Capri's voice when it goes Martin.
No. Let me tell you what happened. We did a couple of different versions. The one for like the first couple of years, that's me. Sounded like Capri. That's me going, I can barely do it now. Yeah, that was me. And I apologize, Capri. I should have, I should have called you up.
I always thought that was Capri.
But it's like finding out Santa Claus ain't real.
But let me tell you what happened. No, honestly, out of respect for Capri, I didn't sample him. We didn't sample him off the top. So and I knew I could imitate it and sound like that. The voice. But then, like after the second year, I was like, man, just go put Capri voice on. so that's probably when you probably heard one of them seasons where we just slip it back in there, man. So
we got a 6-degree separation with King Capri, because that's our dude. First tour, he'll tell you this, that he ever did was with us.
Wow.
Ever did. Because there was a time we said, I wanted 2 DJs, Wiz, and somebody to liven up the crowd the whole 9. Right. But the only thing about him, he refuses to fly. So the only
I remember that. He told us guy.
He's the John Madden of DJs.
Yeah, so was DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled was like that.
Well, no, he's flying now.
Now he's flying now, private.
Yeah, he's rich. I was tempted, but I don't think I should have.
But look, me being a part of a group, right? even though it's two of us, right? I'm Capone and Noriega, you guys are Kid and Play.
Right.
It's kind of hard to stick together when you grow apart, but you're still the same kids that you remember. Like what was the worst part of Kid and Play as y'all relationship as famous people? Because y'all were friends prior to that.
I think there's only
I can only think of one, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
You talking about the airport?
What happened in the airport?
They got separate ideas of what went back.
No, I'm thinking about the time, because if you look at some of the times when we started blowing up, we started doing interviews on, Arsenio.
Me and Capone had a straight fist fight. That's rare. Couple times.
Yeah, Arsenio and BT shows and all this stuff. And all of a sudden, this guy starts wearing, like he's right now, dark shades. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, hell no.
And everybody in the crew is like, yo, what's up with Kid in the dark shades? Even in the light, and then what you about? So that was a little odd. It was like a sign of like, okay, I think he's going to Hollywood.
You forgot this. This is what happened. We were flying back. I think
we got Hollywood on you? That's what you say?
Well,
like 5 minutes. But in our crew, we was like, in our crew, be like, yo, nigga, that shit look whack. And I'm like, okay, we're off.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't like, I don't want to share a thing with him. No, he didn't get like that. But it's like, dude, where's your eyes?
You forgot the story. This is what happened. We was flying back to New York, I think from Los Angeles. Matter of fact, Jeff Christie was with us. Shout out to Jeff Christie. And for some reason, man, I forgot what the specific thing was, but we was butting heads. I think we were waiting on a car, and the car was coming. And you said your car got to go here and there, this and that. And you know what I'm saying? You remember we got into it, and then we had to get separated by Jeff Christie. And you remember they were like fans saying, "Oh my God, Kid and Play are fighting!"
I couldn't believe that. I must have blacked out.
That was like the only time I could think of. That was like a million freaking years ago.
Yo, but let me tell y'all something. Let me ask y'all a question, right? Do y'all realize how famous y'all are, though?
I don't.
You don't?
I'm not telling you.
My kids don't.
I'm not telling you what I think you want to hear. I really don't, and I'm kind of glad for that, because get the ego and all of that kind of stuff like that. But as just now, kind of recently, like last night, I was at the Radio 1 B Expo. Shout out to Sharice Malachi. Right. And I did what I had to do. I'm premiering a documentary about dancers and hip hop and all. Nice. And I go to hang out, and a guy grabs me in a yoke and won't let me go for like 3 minutes. It's Allen Iverson. Just talking about how much the influence of my character meant on him on being cool. And then other people in the business just coming, going, yo. And it's funny because back then, cats wouldn't tell you that. You know how we all did. Right, yep. But now as we gotten older and humble and appreciate life more, we come up to each other and say, yo, you need to know what this meant to me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now I'm beginning to get it. Like, I wasn't big on legend and icon and all that stuff. I tell people, I'm still working on it.
I am just an icon living.
Definitely pioneers. But like last night, I'm with Grandmaster Cass and I'm with Dougie Fresh. Cass, that's living legend.
That's the architects. That's the architects.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
But that's what Drink Champs is about. And I just want to reiterate that. That's what I saw that there was a lack of. I feel like when a person has 10, 12, 15 years in this game, we write them off, as opposed to where in rock and roll and in jazz,
they celebrate them.
They celebrate them. Yeah. And I think our culture has to change that. That's why a lot of people come to me and they want me to interview new artists.
The bad thing
and
about this industry,
new artists because I just want to, I feel like they got the regular radio stations.
The bad thing about this industry, man, is one word: ageism. Because we don't do it in other colors, other genres. But when it comes to this, it's like, wow, like really?
And there should be no ageism in art. Art and ageism doesn't go together.
No. To your point, look, the young rappers, they roll up on us. And they show us mad love. If we're together, or he's by himself.
Welcome to my house party. Come on, Big Mill. Come
all
on.
of them. Other cats too.
And they show mad love, and we appreciate it because cats they don't have to. Right. But I just try to tell them, hey man, our participation, our work is kind of done. You know what I mean? So we're either, we're on that wall, however wherever you want to put us. Now, you got the ball. You got the bag now. You got the football. What you going to do with it? You going to fumble it at the one, or you still going to be here 15, 20, 25 years?
Let me say this.
It's all up to you.
Okay, you said something that just bothered me. You just said they don't have to. And the thing about it is, kid, that's something that we got to take out of the culture. I think they should have to. I think that if a person is a two-man group and a person has not reached the accomplishments or accolades, I think they should be asking you the time to throw the roses at your feet and what time?
On that note, hold up a minute. We really got to go for the show. Hold on. For the show, because I live in 90.
Yeah, got you.
I want to take this time personally on behalf of Kid and I to thank you. Because you've gone through some things.
Yes, I
You know how it goes in this joint.
Of course.
And I'm hearing this thing about N.o.r.e. and his podcast. And I didn't know the name of it. But this thing has become the talk, man. I mean, on some Breakfast Club, maybe higher, all of this. And congratulations to y'all too, man.
Give it up,
And you know what? Yo, you look good. You're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, seriously, man. Salute.
And we're doing it for hip hop because we just realized, and this is the last thing, we realized that hip hop has to have a platform to salute hip hop. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like our culture has to continue, and the older we get in this game, it should be like the tribes in Africa. The older you get, the more that you should be saluted. You should be throwing. So I know we got to rush because you guys have to go. But thank you guys so much, man. Make some noise for motherfucking Kid.
Big shout out, man. We love the show. Keep doing what you're doing now. That we get to talk to you about it and realize the whole mindset behind it. And it's perfect. It's right on time. You're teaching the children.
That's right. Anytime. So we just gonna take a picture and let's drop. Thank you so much. We apologize. Okay, picture.